Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing This is turn 91. Let's jump into things. God. Okay, so Azazel the Gregory has claimed the throne of air in the name of Moloch Ball. Okay. We cast Kusariku's twice, and we cast Mother Oak once, and of course we got attacked. Watch the battle. Doifa Doifa. We've been forging, I think, let's actually, we're gonna go read this after the spell. A sneaking suspicion. But, I don't know that I have anything to confirm my suspicion, other than, like, going to the Discord and asking there. I guess I could go try to look things up on the wiki, but the wiki is a little hit or miss right now. So let's actually, like, I want to check this real quick. So we've got Astral Corruption. This horrible ritual is the cause of blood magic being banned in ancient times. With an awesome sacrifice, the fabric of astral space becomes tainted with blood. All spellcasting uses the tainted arcana and attracts the attention of horrors. Every time a non-blood magic ritual is cast or a magic item is forged, there is a chance that a horror will follow the arcane flow and attack the mage. Okay. That does not tell us much in the way of, like, actual mechanics. Tell us what the chance is, blah, 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 blah. I have a sneaking suspicion that the higher cost of a spell, the more likely it is that you are going to get attacked by horrors, right? And why do I think that? I think that because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure every time I've tried to cast, like, a big global, like sneak it in theory, that type of scenario, I have gotten attacked every single time. And it's possible that's just me being unlucky statistically, but it makes more sense in my mind for that to be a mechanic scenario where, like, I'm doing Kusariku's every turn. I'm doing I'm doing a Lightless Lantern and an Owl Quill every turn. I very rarely get attacked for those, right? So it just feels like if it's just pure luck, I've got some shit luck. So that feels weird. That feels unlikely. That feels inconsistent, right? Feels more realistic that the more a ritual or an item costs, that the more likely it is that you get attacked. And I would also assume, right, that there might be, like, a intensity meter as well. Like, if you get something nastier, if it's a lot of gems. But that also might be wrong. I'm very interested in this. I might actually spend some time researching this. I might end up spending a lot of time researching astral corruption and horrors in general and everything like that. I've kind of gotten on a kick on researching stuff here lately. But if you know, let me know in the comments below, because I would love to know some solid information about this. So, also, 3 blood hunters have captured 17 good blood sacrifices in Tesiphon. Great. Get more and more of those. Now that we have 3 blood hunters, we want to get to that point to where we get enough for another vampire lord, summon another vampire lord. Then we have 4 blood hunters. Enough to another vampire lord, summon another blood hunter. Now we have 5 blood hunters. We want to get to the point to where we can consistently summon a vampire lord every single turn, right? And that would be dope. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. Leper Love the Lich has been attacked by a Gore-Tide horror. That's scary. So let's see how this goes. This is hilarious and also frustrating. So we've got Horde of Skeletons, Raise Dead, Horde of Skeletons, Raise Dead, Horde of Skeletons, Horde of Skeletons, Horde of Skeletons. So we know, Drain Life. So we know what the Gore-Tide is, right? We've seen these guys before. They've got 62 hit points, The big thing is they've got 50% regeneration, so they are regenerating 31 hit points every single turn. If you cannot do more than that in a single turn, you're not going to kill these guys, right? They've got ethereal, so that makes them difficult to deal with, to surround and cut down with things like chaff, like the horde of skeletons. Normally you'd be like, oh yeah, they're tough, but you get enough people around them, you'll fatigue them down, or something like that. They are immune to fatigue, right? They do not fatigue, period. Okay? They are resistant to all types of damage, very resistant, or decently resistant to cold, fire, and poison. They do not have shock resistance, so that would potentially, like, shock them down, so that would be cool, right? But they are... They have Spirit Sight, and they have Slimer, which is just a huge pain in the ass. Basically makes it... This is why my Inkies chosen don't just smash them, is because they can't half the time. They're horribly reduced in their ability to actually attack. Also, even though he could right now... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Leper Love can't. I guess it's the Banes can? So the Liches don't have priest levels. I think a Bane has priest levels. Regardless, though, so we're in this weird situation. Leper Love is bouncing between Horde of Skeletons and Drain Lifespan. Horde of Skeletons, Drain Lifespan. Horde of Skeletons, Drain Life. Okay. Cool. Well, this isn't good, right? Because if we hit turn timer, I lose. Right? You know, and it's so now the scenario is you start to be like, okay, stop fucking casting Horde of Skeletons, god damn it, right? And I get back to that concept. We've talked about this before. There should be checks where eventually the AI goes, look, I've summoned X amount of units. Y amount of those units are still on the battlefield. I do not need to, only a few of them have died. I do not need to summon more of them. I only need to keep summoning more units if the previous units are actually dying, right? Otherwise, clearly something is up and I don't need to be summoning those units. So it's like, okay, if I don't summon these units, maybe if he drained lifespans and he gets high rolls consistently with a couple of like layered attacks from other things, maybe then we can drop the core tide. Surely that's gonna be the key to victory, right? We've got Horde of Skeletons, drain lifespan. Fuck, we're not gonna get it, are we? We're not. Damn it. This sucks. This is horrendous. This is fucking bullshit. God damn it. Oh my god, there's so many skeletons. Stop using Horde of Skeletons, right? So this is the dialogue that I'm going through. And I'm just like, oh, okay, drain life, drain life, drain life. That was good. No, stop it. Ah, you hit the moment. Oh, drain life, drain life, drain life. That's great. Drain life. Oh, fantastic, wonderful. He's doing it. He's doing it. This is we're not getting through the regeneration. Fuck. Damn it. Oh. I had disintegrate the entire time. Why the fuck did you spend that entire fucking fight only casting Drain Life and Horde of Skeletons? You didn't think, hey, maybe let's toss out a couple of disintegrates earlier on? Like, we've been at this for, I don't know, 50,000 turns. Maybe I should try disintegrating. We've got... Let me check. He killed 228. He killed 228 skeletons. We had to have had another 200 on the battlefield. I summoned a ridiculous amount of skeletons. The motherfucker only has 18 magic resistance. Disintegrate is just a straight magic resistance negate. So magic resistance negates is isn't magic resistance negates a flat magic resistance? Is it like 11 or 12, right? But it adds the levels of the caster past the casting requirement. So that's like a +5, so we're sitting at like a 16 or a 17. We don't need that big of a fucking roll to be able to. We don't need him to roll that bad. We don't need to roll that well to be able to actually disintegrate him. We disintegrated him on the first disintegrate, and that was lucky, sure. But if we had horde of skeletons 20 times and then disintegrated 5 times, we definitely would have killed him. The fucking AI sometimes is just ridiculous. Why would you go that long, have an insta-kill option, and not try it? What the fuck? What the fuck? Regardless, though, fortunately, we do kill the Gore-Tide Horror because eventually we disintegrate it. Goodness gracious. And then we have a couple of battles. There's a battle in White Forest. We can watch as... Oof. Alright, so this is the big, huge stack from Mictlan versus... Ooh, it's just a Mound King. So if we remember last turn, he had Simzaya, whatever that Gregory's name is, plus a bunch of Baals and some Seirs and some Long Dead Rephites and some Dawn Guard on this throne. But understandably, when this army came into range, he was like, nope, and he pulled right the fuck out of there. So this army goes up against basically nothing, which is good because, well, at this point, Mictlan is kind of just trolling around with doom stacks. But every single time he does this, right, he loses... Right, he just loses a couple of blood slaves here. Right, every single time, and he's not using many, losing many, I think. He actually... I don't know, maybe he didn't lose any blood slaves. I think he's losing a few blood slaves whenever he does that. So, but he doesn't have a strong blood economy now. He's blood hunted most of his lands down. We've taken a whole lot of his lands from him. So this is not a scenario that he can keep up. We just gotta poke it down, and eventually he will run out of... We also have a battle in Getia. And this is a problem because, if we remember, our Tartarian, Crumna, is here. Because she had a shattered mind last turn, and we could not get her out. This time, though, we just have her run. Immediately just run. And... Whew, okay, we make it out. Great, fantastic. No harm, no foul. Wonderful. So that's good news for us. And she retreats successfully to Sitha. We have some unexpected events. -20 income in Arcadus. Whatever. We gain some blood sacrifices in Resting Heights and some gold. Nice. The disease continues to spread in Troll Peaks. Our other Tartarian pillaged 270 people were killed. Fucking annoying. And then we did some patrolling and lost an Ink Elder. What are we doing this turn? This is another kind of nothing turn, right? We are moving people around into various locations, right? Mostly we are reinforcing, and actually I need to do this. I forgot that I wanted to do this. We are moving people to reinforce on our western front in Pangaea. We're going to bring in some more crystal sorceresses in order to fight off, potentially, both fight off this smaller force of Mictlan's and to build up a counter force for this. Hopefully I'm not going to have to do it. Hopefully Hinnom is going to hit Mictlan. That would be great. But again, my game is basically on stall while Astral Corruption is up. So I'm just gonna look to rebuild this army and then push back at Mictlan again. So to that end, where are we going? We're bringing in NC 10 with a stack of 80 Spear Guard. They will be in Wick Forest next turn, and then in the turn after that. We're actually consolidating in Carrion because I have more people there at the moment. If he hits Carrion, we will have enough forces to easily resist him in the near future at the very least. We've got 166 units here. That's about the size of that force. Right, the reason he won drastically last time was very partially, right, was because he had so many more than what I had. And that is not the case currently. So if he attacks me with just this, then I think we're going to be okay. If he moves to combine these forces, like he moves this down into Andoria and he moves this up into Sitha or something like that, then we're going to have to start actually looking at scenarios. We'll probably move everyone into Pangaea. We might actually start, in the following turn, we might start summoning Kusarikus or other summons or things like that in response. So we're not going to let ourselves just get bowled over. We're not going to, I'm not going to avoid casting and just get slammed because we don't want to spend gems. That's not going to happen. I'm playing very greedy right now. I should be ritually casting things. I should be forging things. But I'm so tired of losing stuff to Astral Corruption. So right now, my hand, I don't feel as if my hand is forced yet. So we are not going to react as if our hand is forced yet. We're just going to continue to consolidate in the Pan front. And we're continuing to recruit here. Ishibs, right? Urgard. We're going for Urgard now because of the defense bonus. We're continuing to recruit in most other locations. Again, our income is very, very high right now. If I can ever cast again, it'll probably be even more high rather rapidly. Trying to think of if there's anything special that we're doing. Nothing here. Nothing here. We're moving an Incy down to Silverfangs to kind of be the leader in Silverfangs. Just cuz. No big deal there. We're continuing to blood hunt in Ctesiphon. Hopefully next turn we will have enough blood sacrifices to once again cast another Vampire Lord, right? So I mean, I guess at the very least we're working on our blood economy because we don't have much else that we can do. I could be doing that more robustly again by utilizing my Enkidu Elders to blood hunt in locations. But I would rather at this point have the income because the income is allowing me to. We're up to a little bit of data, right? We're up to 149 Gudus having been recruited throughout this game. We've got 23 Enkidu Shaman having been recruited, 44 Crystal Sorceresses, 55 Ishibs, 58 Galas. Like, we're recruiting a shit ton of mages going through here. So, like, the economy is really working for us. It's just, you know, I can't. I have a good amount of research. I just can't put it to use for the things that I want it to. So again, we're just gonna hold. If at any current time it looks like we get jumped or everything is falling apart, then we go into panic purge mode and we just start going to all of these places, right? So in a single sudden turn, right? We get jumped, and it's okay. That is 6 gems apiece, so that's 12, 24, 36 gems, and that is 12 kusarikus, right? So that is how many ever yetis, right? Or how many ever griffins, right? So we basically, if shit goes south, we just turn to all of these mages that we're pumping out with this massive income, and we just dump all of the gems that we have. Now, you know, that's probably going to have very mixed results, which is why I'm not trying to do it now, because I don't want to lose mages to fucking astral corruption. God, I hate astral corruption. So, hold. That reference is gonna mean nothing by the time this episode actually comes out. We hold Diamond Fist, right? And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully our blood economy starts to boom in the next couple turns, and more realistically, hopefully, Mictlan dies in the next couple of turns. We're done. As another scenario, I am actually bringing in some Enkidu Shaman to support the armies here in Carrion, but the others I'm just going to leave in Assad and Operi for now. We're continuing to recruit, and this is another thing, right? Keep in mind, remember, these are 220 gold a year. Whatever. Yes, we have so much income that we're just kind of like, all right, fine, whatever. So that's a pretty big deal. Pretty happy with that. So, fingers crossed. I think that is going to be it. We're not gonna spend any for a long time, I think. I think that's the end of the turn, honestly. Like, there's nothing else really crazy happening right now. Yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Bye, everybody.